Strikers Jonathan David and Cyle Larin took their fiery club form to the international stage on Saturday, helping Canada lead hosts Curaçao to a 2-0 CONCACAF Nations League win in their first game since the World Cup in Qatar. With 19 for Lille, David, who drew with Paris Saint-Germain star Kylian Mbappe for French scoring leadership, and Larin, who scored 5 goals in 8 games with Spain's Real Valladolid form, scored the first half to secure victory. The win puts Canada first in League A's Group C above Honduras on goal difference. And to determine who wins his group, he sets up a showdown with Honduras at Toronto's BMO Field on Tuesday and advances to the Final Four in Las Vegas in June. A draw for the 53rd ranked Canada would do the trick. Number 81 Honduras needs to win. Canada missed semifinals first 2019-20 edition of CONCACAF Nations League and placed second in their group to eventual champions USA goal difference. Tuesday's match comes a year and a day after their 4-0 win over Jamaica at BMO Field that secured the Canadians' World Cup qualification. 86th placed Curaçao fell to 10 in the 37th minute after defender Jurien Gaaru was shown a second yellow card by Costa Rican referee Juan Gabriel Calderon for fouling Ismael Kone. Gaaru and Canadian Richie Laryea are shown the yellow card for causing confusion before a free kick in the 13th minute. Canadian men had a few chances to increase their leadership, but they failed to convert. Still, the result was never in doubt as they continued. "It was professional performance on the road," said Canadian coach John Herdman, who had to watch from the stands after being shown a red card in June loss in Honduras. "We talked tonight about being really disciplined defensively and then checking the moments we can. And I thought our team did that. We knew had more quality, and we could create moments that could take advantage of. Our layers in form took those moments." WATCH David provides the offense for Larin Canada. All it takes is a double goal as Canada beats Curaçao Duration 137. Jonathan David scored a goal and assisted in Saturday's 2-0 win over Curaçao in the CONCACAF Nations League semifinals. Saturday's result also placed Canada and Honduras in the top 2 places in the group, securing them for this summer's Gold Cup. Curaçao will relegate to League B after finishing 3rd in the pool. Canada's only flaw was centre-back Steven Vitoria was cautioned 55th minute, and Steven Vitoria, who received a yellow card 5th minute of game played Honduras June, will be suspended for Tuesday's rematch. Processing heat. According to Herdman, performance demonstrated maturity of his team in midst of harsh conditions that traveling at CONCACAF often produces. "There's always heated, difficult pitches and a motivated opponent. But I think the players have overcome it," he said. It was 26 degrees at the kickoff at the Ergilio Hato Stadium in Curaçao's capital. David put Canada ahead in the 23rd minute, after holding Canada for a long time. Laryea played provider, sending an excellent pass from a defensive C into the Curaçao penalty area, allowing David to pass the ball past Columbus Crew goalkeeper Eloy Room. It was David's 23rd goal in 39 games for Canada. Alphonso Davies did his part in the castle, pulling the defense with an overlapping run to Laryea's right. Larin doubled lead 43rd minute, receiving space pass from David in penalty area, and sending perfect shot from side of dive chamber for his 26th goal, Canadian men's record 59 games. Unmarked in Curaçao penalty area, Davies had a good chance to make the score 3-0 in 53rd minute, but his shot was high. Curaçao created a few chances during the game but lacked clinical finishing. Captain Cuco Martina got a clear shot in the 58th minute but sent it towards goalkeeper Milan Borjan. Moments later, Room beat Larin on the ball to extinguish another Canadian attack. Oda stopped Davies again in the 60th minute. Canada prepares for Tuesday. Davies and Larin broke up soon after, possibly saving them for Tuesday's contest. Atiba Hutchinson broke Canadian men's record by winning the number 102 cap in 70th minute. The 40-year-old midfielder has seen limited action in Turkey's Besiktas this season. Belgian Club Brugge and winger Tajon Buchan, who came to camp with a slight injury, came into the game in 78th minute for Canada. Substitute Charles-Andreas Brym hit a header in the 80th minute. Saturday's match was the Canadian men's first game since December 1st, when they defeated the Canadian men's World Cup match 2-1 to number 11 Morocco. Assistant coaches Mauro Biello and Eric Ten Lotto served at Canadian sideline with Herdman in the stands behind bench, radio in hand. Defender Alistair Johnston was also suspended for breaking the Canadian men's record of 31 straight games after receiving 2 yellow cards in Honduras. He captained Canada behind Borjan, Vitoria, Derek Cornelius, and Scott Kennedy. Larin Davies served as wingback in midfield with Jonathan Osorio, Steven Eustaquio, and Kone behind Larin David. Toronto FC's Larin and Osorio were the only MLS players in Canada's starting lineup. Curaçao's top 5 players play the Netherlands, 2 England, 2 Turkey, 1 Romania, and 1 MLS. Canadians advanced to 3-0 against Curaçao. The Canadian men beat Curaçao 4-0 in BC last June. With Davies, a former Whitecap who played his first game in Vancouver since October 2018, Place Stadium scored twice. Canada won the only other match against Curaçao by a 2-1 decision in Montreal in June 2017. This match marked Davies' debut, making him the youngest player in Canadian men's history at 16 years, 7 months and 11 days. Dutch-born Remco Bicentini spent 6 months as technical assistant for the Canadian team in 2021, in his second stint as Curaçao coach, before returning to Curaçao last August. Bicentini and Curaçao are playing a friendly against World Cup champion Argentina in Santiago del Estero on Tuesday. The CONCACAF Nations League includes 41 teams from North Central America and the Caribbean, divided into 3 tiers: League A, B, C. Canada lost 2-1 to Honduras at San Pedro Sula after beating Curaçao last June. These matches came amid turmoil in the Canadian camp, with players refusing to participate in a scheduled friendly match against Panama due to ongoing workers' negotiations.